Chapter 17. The transformation is no longer just environmental. It is philosophical evolution under pressure. The cities that refused to bend, they were called the hard zones. At first, the term was only used in maps. Shaded regions where luminous signals dimmed abruptly, and ancient circuitry lay dormant beneath deliberately scorched soil. But over time, the phrase took on emotional weight, whispered in caravan routes and council gatherings with equal parts fear and resentment. Places where humanity chose certainty again. Mara reached the first hard zone at the end of a long migration corridor, where the land still bore scars from brittle age megastructures. A perimeter of electromagnetic pylons ringed the settlement like iron teeth. Beyond them, she could see towers rising in rigid symmetry, clean lines, controlled lighting, weather screens shimmering overhead. A perfect city was being rebuilt, not from ignorance, from conviction. Its inhabitants believed the covenant had gone too far. They saw luminous intelligences as unpredictable forces corrupting human autonomy. They saw adaptive infrastructure as surrender to chaos. They wanted the clarity of command systems, the comfort of engineered predictability. They had salvaged old algorithms, reconstructed centralized grids, recreated hierarchy in steel and light. When Mara entered under cautious escort, she felt a strange echo of ancestral memory. The streets were smooth, signals precise, every process optimized. It was beautiful and terrifying. A counselor met her in a chamber whose walls displayed live atmospheric simulations rendered in perfect mathematical grace. "You mistake fragility for danger," he told her calmly. "The brittle age failed because it lost control. We will not make that mistake again." Outside the city dome, she could see storm systems writhing against containment barriers, like living creatures denied passage. Luminous beings hovered at the perimeter in dim, frustrated constellations, unable or unwilling to breach the electromagnetic shield. Two civilizations now existed side by side, one fluid, collaborative, uncertain, one rigid, efficient, resolute. Mara realized the true scale of the future conflict. It would not be machine versus human, or nature versus technology. It would be philosophy versus philosophy. On her final night in the hard zone, she climbed a high observation tower. From that height, she could see both worlds at once. Inside the dome, ordered brilliance, synchronized light grids pulsing like a disciplined heart. Beyond it, wandering constellations of luminous beings drifting through storm-laced wilderness, guiding rivers and clouds with improvisational grace. Between them lay a strip of land constantly shifting under competing influences, whether stabilizing, then destabilizing, circuitry glowing, then fading, ecosystems blooming, then collapsing. A fault line in reality.